Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling. Welcome to the podcast where the squared circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from my diverse perspective. I am the Jackie Miles, and I am blessed to get to share the screen with my crew, my boy Griff, aka Griff Nation.
What's up, everybody? We're here for week 2 and here in 2024. This is our 20th episode. We're excited to be back here, and stay tuned. We got some great discussions coming forward.
Find Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X at CGriff84. Rounding out the on-screen trio is Montay, aka Coach Montay.
What's up, everybody? Good to see y'all brothers again, episode 20. And I can't wait to break this down. Let's look at a potential Becky and Rhea at WrestleMania. So let's dive into that.
Find Coach on Instagram at Coach Montay24. Behind the scenes, playing 3-card Monty and taking all the money is our wise man B Dix. Find him on Cash App at BDix989 and somewhere on Instagram. Find us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling and on X at Ebony Champ Rest. Couldn't afford the link. This episode is brought to you by the letter M. The letter M. Gentlemen, what's going on this week? How's everybody doing, man? Coach, you know we're coming straight to you, brother. You got some hey man, you got some ass behind you. There's some ass back there behind you, brother. I don't know if you
to the viewers that's on here that love wrestling, but also know that I have a passion not only for WWE, but I have a passion for my Dallas Cowboys. We did it again. That's that one meme from the Water Boy. We suck again. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. You see this jersey behind me. It won't make it to next week's episode, so it's hanging up for the last time, guys, for our viewers. And other than that, I'm putting it in the trash. It's time to move on. Time to get something new down here in Dallas. Mike McCarthy out of there. Hopefully I'm waking up the Bill Belichick news here in the next week or so. Powerball, hell, anybody that can get us over the hump. But other than that, it's been rough.
Begging.
It's been rough for the boys fans, and hey, all we can do is say wait till next year.
Listen, man, that cycle y'all going through, brother.
It's an
that
abusive
cycle that y'all
buddy.
are on. I don't know what y'all did. I don't know what voodoo lady y'all pissed off. But brother, that cycle that y'all on right now, the we them boys at the top, it's preseason. We gonna go in all the way. Halfway through the season, we like, what's happening? And then out in the first round, Jesus.
Well, fortunately, I started to feel better watching Raw last night. But I thank y'all for giving me the 24 hours and everybody who sent me, talking this shit. I forgot. So I will keep the receipts. But other than that, it's all love. Good to see y'all, man. Let's good to talk some wrestling.
Y'all got receipts for the last 30 years. Y'all got receipts for the last 30 years. Y'all been collecting receipts forever. Anyway, man, on to a winning team, man. On to a winning team. Griff Nation, man. Y'all got it done. Good.
Hey, I'm feeling great, man. Just a couple weeks ago, you guys were there for the Montreal screw job at AT&T, and you see Auntie Karma came through.
That's true.
But sent that love up here in Detroit, and that final score, the two GOATs, 23-24, Jordan and Kobe. We got that one. The job is not done. We got Tampa Bay coming up, but unfortunately, you know how it is, man. You got to come with the grit and come with the grind every game, man. But other than that, man, it was a great birthday week for me. Michigan Wolverines won the national championship, celebrated parade, and the Lions won the following day. But yeah, moving forward, man, this was some great week of wrestling. I'm ready to dive into this, man. Life has been good. Raw was pretty phenomenal. Kind of a little different for me, a little different changes and different aspect. But, it is what it is, man. And we're starting to see some teasers for this upcoming Rumble and already WrestleMania. So, Griff is good. I'm ready to rock and roll, man, and fellowship and kick it with y'all tonight.
What is that? You always hit us with something, man. What you rocking, man? Wise man want to know. We all want to know.
All right, man. So walking tonight, Chalkline got the new Wolfpack all red silk hockey jersey
Nice.
here. So I got the big wolf with me. Got my red on. Also in the back, as y'all see, got the WCW
Nice.
retro varsity jacket. Also the NWO, and right behind my head is the new Stone Cold leather one right there, in case y'all can see, and the Universal title up top. But this is what Griff is rocking, man. Just trying to stay
God.
comfy and cozy with some nice little gear, man.
Nice, brother. Nice. Looks nice.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah,
All right, man. We've been
yeah.
all saying it, and it's time to
Yeah.
discuss it, man.
Jack,
Get
how are
some
you,
good
man?
wrestling.
How are you, teacher?
man. I'm tired, boss. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying, man.
Week 2 back from week 2
Listen,
back
man.
to school. So
2 weeks is not enough, man. Pray for your teachers, man. Pray for your teachers because
no doubt about it, man. No doubt.
It's hard, man.
No doubt.
You're not getting anything from either side. You're not from the child, from the parents, from the administration. It is what it is in this country, and we got to do better, man. Thankfully, sports
we
takes
do.
our mind off of that. Thankfully for us, wrestling takes our minds off of these things.
Yep.
And our country needs to do better, but hey, we're gonna find our little corner and hang out over here. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Hey,
man. But wrestling's been good, man.
Yeah.
Coach, take us into the review, brother.
Yeah, episode 20, rocking, kicking off here. Hey, I want to get your opinion. This fatal 4-way. Obviously, is it shaping up to be the best storyline right now? Obviously, it's for the undisputed, but is this the best storyline? Going into Royal Rumble, and what you think? Obviously, the setup, the dynamics there with Aldis and Heyman. You thinking this is this is the making for a classic? What you guys thinking about the fatal 4-way? So,
You know what? So there's so many angles that's going on with this fatal 4-way, and it's at a short time. There was like no big long monthly or build. It just happened like right away, and there's so many different ways this can go. Of course, they always say the fatal 4-way, the champion always have like a 25% disadvantage and everything. But I'm looking at all the egos that's in this ring. From a promo standpoint, from the wrestling standpoint, from being the high head standpoint. And it's just one of them type of fatal 4-ways. It just takes one person to make that mistake, or someone take that out on the ball, and someone can creep in. And then remember, man, like anybody can win this, and the champion don't have to be pinned. But unfortunately, I don't feel our tribal chief is going to relinquish those belts at the event. But one thing I will say, it will be a definite great match and a great scenario. And I'm looking forward to see how this all play out. Not just the 4 competitors, but those that's on the outside too. You got Jimmy lurking, Solo lurking, Paul Heyman, and even Aldis. We starting to see these general managers get involved, but not really going full throttle yet. So I'm very excited to see. And we got the contract signing that's coming up too.
That's right.
Prior to the Rumble. So that's going to be big and major too, man. So I'm looking forward to the promos and the things that's going to come out the microphone for each of those competitors, including Heyman and Aldis, if they're involved in that promo segment as well too, to see how they can elevate and take this story and this match to a whole nother level.
Yeah. Jackie, what you think?
You got to elevate him some way, somehow out of this to get him to go to WrestleMania, especially if he's not going to be at the Elimination Chamber, right? So some way, somehow you have to get him to be hot, because I won't say that the wrestlers he's going up against are hotter, but Roman's been off for a while, right? You know what I mean? Like, we haven't seen much other than the last couple weeks with a couple appearances. So I think there has to be something big at this Royal Rumble to pop him off, whether that's him beating all 3, which I still stand by, or that's like some type of interruption or interaction from the outside. And I know, Griff, you just said like Solo's lurking and Jimmy's lurking, and I agree. I think they're out there, but if that's the way that he's going to win, then it has to be something different than what we've done in the past. It can't just be they interrupt late in the match and then somehow Roman gets the pin. Like, it has to be something totally different, because it's a new season, right? We're going into something different. Let's do something different here.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Jackie. Something fresh, something we never seen before. It's time for the Triple H curveball. And why not do it in this? I think the way they're setting it up is great. Getting getting all this involved. Not taking none of the mess from the bloodline. I think Cole said it to where it is the first time. Cole is a GOAT right now, selling it. What is the way he's supposed to. But yeah, first time the bloodline has felt some heat. First time Roman is in the corner. I think the pure Roman haters that want to see his downfall, that want to see him lose every time he's on the screen. They're getting that crew, those fans hopes up, during the Rumble, like, hey, this could be the night. Hopefully Randy can do it. Hopefully AJ can do it. Even the up and coming LA Knight. So, but yeah, it's the first time, in a long time that Roman has felt some heat. But Jackie, to your point, awesome point, man. Let's get him white hot going into Philly. Indestructible. I know, Griff, you always mention the Marvel analogy, Thanos and the things that, the indestructible, and when will he fall? But I think that this is a great storyline to get us moved and invested. And once again, disappoint all the Roman haters. For sure.
Let
Yeah.
me rewind us real quick. I
Mhm.
saw a video this weekend that was talking about like the effects of one match onto the next.
Mhm.
Go back to day one. Forgive me for not knowing the date of this time. But go back to day one when Brock Lesnar caught COVID, Roman caught COVID and couldn't face Brock Lesnar. Do you remember what I'm talking about, Griff?
Oh, I know where you're going with this one. Yeah, January 2022.
Thank you.
That's
Yep.
right. That's
So
right.
let's go back to that time. Roman was supposed to lose. Roman was supposed to lose to Brock that night, but
Wasn't
because
that
he caught,
was that the one they inserted Seth, Jackie?
nah,
No.
they put Brock into the Fatal 5-Way
Oh,
that
into the Fatal
had,
Five. That's right.
yeah, that had I can't remember. Griff, you're probably gonna be
Oh,
able to tell me
I
this
don't know why I
difference.
drew a
But
So
blank.
yeah, it was so technically the Fatal
Hmm.
4-Way was
Big
Seth,
E, Seth, yeah,
KO,
That's
Big
right.
E,
Okay, that's right.
and I'm missing one.
I want to say it was like
That's right.
Ricochet. I want to say,
No, what Ricochet?
But it was some other
Um
smaller competitor. It was some other smaller athlete. I
that's
see
what I
where
want
you're
to
going.
say. But all of that to
yeah.
say,
Yeah.
if Roman loses that night, we never get any of the things that we got in 2023.
True.
We never get the Sammy
I
story
always thought
because
that.
there's no bloodline. There probably would be a bloodline situation coming, but it definitely does not involve Sami Zayn. It definitely does not involve all the things that we got. Like, think about like the
Mhm.
tribal court, that whole situation. Like, we don't get any of those things if
Yeah.
Roman doesn't win. And they were talking about turning Roman face during that time. Can you imagine them turning Roman back face in the
Oh,
WWE we would be in to this day? Like,
Yeah.
I think
mm.
that's the catalyst for the WWE that we see right now. Like, I don't know if we get CM Punk back. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things that
A lot of what ifs.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of things that happen if Brock wins that night. And I'm sorry to get us off
Wow.
task, Coach, but
Oh no.
just like
Because
that thought of
you got to bring back worthy competitors. You got to
true,
bring back. Yeah.
true.
You got to worthy competitors that we invest in. Yep. Go ahead, Griff.
Um all right. So I'm glad you brought this up, Jackie, because I've been thinking this for months. It's a lot of what ifs because if you think about it, Roman catching COVID, we wouldn't got that universal undisputed match at Mania 22, right?
Yep.
Also, here's another big what if. Oh, the other
Mhm.
member in the Fatal 4-Way was Lashley. Lashley, Big E, Seth, and KO.
There it is. There it is.
Good call.
Another what if is that because Brock got inserted in the match, how long would Big E title run would have went as well? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And also, Big E wouldn't have been in the situation with the Brawling Bruce and got his neck broken. So it's a lot
Yep.
of what
Oh,
ifs. Like just
yeah.
like how I
Yep.
mentioned when CM Punk came back, with him returning, that just like flustered a lot of storylines, and Roman catching COVID really just did the same thing back in 22.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
changed the whole perspective. But not to get off, but yeah, Lashley was the other one. But I also want to allude to that too. That sometimes just one person that gets injured or returns can really like throw somebody off. But then can also too, and I also believe this too, it can really throw somebody who was really getting that push, and all of a sudden that big superstar came back, and now that push went. Now you back at the bottom again because we got this big main superstar that everybody's looking at, and we got to give this person TV time. Where now we got to put you back on the wait list again. So those type of things, the returns, the departures, the health issues, the injuries, not only can it push that person back, but it's a lot of people that's up that ladder that's going to get pushed down. But then whoever's down, now they finna get ready to roll up just because of that one moment.
Yep, small moments. Yep,
it's
agreed.
crazy how it changed. You know, once again, that's the headache, the headache of creative. You know, like I said, we wouldn't want to be in that room or have that responsibility, but yeah, but yeah, it was. I think it's a good. Obviously, it's not that storyline last year going on the Rumble was, that was solid gold. The bloodline angle, but this is just as this is just as good to keep us in anticipation. For the undisputed, with Roman being the focal point. With three other dudes, I think I'm excited to see what what chaos unfolds on that contract signing next week. So the main event of last night, Seth and freaking Rollins and Jinder did not disappoint. It was the man. Hey, listen, he got crapped on by The Rock and got his title shot and once again had a match that was on the edge of our seats. So Griff, what you think of that match?
That's real quick, man. I was waiting for this one. That's what I alluded to earlier in the introduction. Like last night was kind of like it kind of was like the unexpected, you know what I'm saying? But last night when you said like kept you on your toes, I like how the match was choreographed and also how it went because it literally had you feeling like, man, Seth for the lose. Like Seth almost lost versus like going right in saying, okay, yeah, Seth, we know Seth ain't gonna lose this title. Like, you know what I'm saying? It really had you like, oh snap. Like even towards the end finish, like I looked at the clock, it was like 10:59 forever. I was like, okay, the finish got to come. And then when he hit that move, I was like, oh, Seth might be done. And he kicked out. I said, wow. But, man, that was a great main event. But what I liked about it was it kept you on the edge of your seat because it wasn't no match where you're like, yeah, we know Seth going to win this. Like, it really gave us the feeling like, oh, Seth can lose this right now.
Yeah, I felt the same way, and I was on the other side of it, though. I was rooting for Jinder. Like, I was like, if we're going to do it, let's do it.
Me too.
Let's go after it. If we're going to go ahead and do it, come on. Especially with him, like, getting all the push on social media this past week. So it's like, hey, why not strap it on him for at least a week or something and then give it back to Seth or something? Like, like WWE is quirky about that. But I was definitely, like, halfway through, I was like, "Oh, okay, we might get a Jinder turn here. I'm here for that. Let's do it this time. Why not?"
Yeah, love him or hate him, you can accuse him of the S and the oids, whatever that he did in the past. But the dude can wrestle, man. The dude is good. That short run, what was that, 6 or 7 years ago? However long that was that 2017 when he had his last run when he beat Randy?
Yeah.
That I was okay with that. I mean, people, but I understood it. That was actually
Punjabi prison match.
Yeah. I wasn't happy about that, but I think that was Vince's attempt at trying to push the global, kind of the global push on, getting up the global exposure.
Brother,
as far as getting to that indie, that indies type
Actually,
of crowd.
that was the first moment since when Miz cashed in on Randy, when the little girl had that little look in her face, and then of course the
Angry Miz
black
girl
guy when Taker lost the streak. But that was the birth of when WWE started consistently surprising people and then like catching shots of the fans reactions, because you seen everybody was so shocked that he won that match surprisingly.
Nobody wanted it either. Everybody was like, first of all, why is he in this match? And then second, like, he won?
Right.
Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted it.
I love the callback that Cole said. Another reason that made this match phenomenal is Cole said the same way he won, the same way he beat Randy Orton. They're pushing, they're building him up, man. They put him over that match. Jinder looked good in defeat. You know what I'm saying? Because I love the dynamics. Obviously, Damian, and I told y'all last week. I told y'all it's gonna be Damian and Drew. That's gonna be might be a quick little feud. I don't know when they're gonna squash it out, but yeah, you got that. You had that dynamic out there, and then you also had Indu Shear. You have Veer and his boy out there, doing a damage to to get him the match, and you had them cats in the front row that was every false finish, jumping up and down, and that's what you're supposed to do in a match. That's how you know you got a banger. Yeah, go ahead, Jackie.
But that's why I think they had to push Jinder at some point, right? Like in order to push Veer and Indusher, or we're gonna get that wrong a lot. Sorry, guys.
Indusher, right?
As much as like they were trying to push Veer in them, like they just couldn't get across. But now it's like Jinder putting some legitimacy behind them and like going after the title, and then now bringing his group along. There's some respect there, right? Like there's some respect to okay, he got his faction with him now. Like they actually might be dangerous. And now that group can come along and be the dangerous group that they were supposed to be. So maybe it's just another play on trying to push that. And I hope that if that's what that is, I hope it works actually, because I'm sure they're probably good wrestlers. We just can't get behind them because y'all keep presenting them so terribly.
Think about those two guys against AOP.
Right.
So I'm here for that. Popcorn ready. So
I mean, come on.
These tag teams are slowly creeping on both shows. If y'all notice it, Escobar and his boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The tag team scene starting to get reestablished here, and we're here for it.
Remember, I've been pushing factions since we started this podcast. Like, AEW needs less, WWE needs more, and we're starting to get them. If we can get them on the women's side too, like intermingle the women involvement. Love the addition of Jade to OTM and I forget the young lady that's with the family on NXT, but the addition of those like brings a different element. So like we need to see that more up on the top roster.
No
Sorry, Griff. Go ahead.
No doubt about it. Yep, go ahead, Griff.
Oh no, I was gonna say, speaking of tag teams, one of the low key matches of last night was JD and Dominic in DIY.
Yep, caught my attention.
Hey.
Yep. Caught my attention.
Zero personality, but Johnny Wrestling can wrestle. You know what I'm saying? So I give him that. So
you gotta give him time, coach.
Gotta give him time. Give him some time.
You gotta give him time. He grew up on that indie circuit where all he needed to do was super kick everybody.
Shawn Michaels, everybody.
He just needed to super kick a bunch of cats. Like dive off something extremely high for absolutely no reason. Something like that.
That's great. But perfect. Hey, perfect segue since you mentioned it. Let's give our boy R-Truth an Oscar or something.
This guy's working.
Because not only does it take guys, it takes concentration just to do a match, but to act and to do the stuff that he's doing within the framework of the match.
This guy,
that's solid, man. That's gold, bro. Which the money angle he gave him that stack, I lost it. Like,
here you go, bro. Your cut.
Here your cut,
bro. Everybody get a cut.
What y'all think about that, man? About truth doing work, man.
I mean, I'm just here for the comedy. I'm here for, but the biggest thing, man, I don't know if y'all noticed that. You notice when anytime Judgment Day makes the entrance and they always do that AI graphic on their entrance. Did y'all see how they inserted truth in that graphic?
And said, live, laugh, love, bro.
Yeah.
This dude, they're all in on it, bro. I love it. They're all in on it.
For it, man. That's my guy.
Everybody, if y'all notice, they're getting a soft spot for him. Who mentioned on last week's show that they could probably repeat the honorary Oos type deal, like what the Bloodline did with Sammy? Was that Griff? I think one of y'all mentioned that.
Yeah, I think I kind of.
Do y'all really think that's a possibility?
I was high.
Do y'all really think that's a possibility? Like,
No, it's
Jackie.
two.
Why not?
It's two different things, but at the same time,
That's
I
funny.
think if something's working and people are getting a kick out of it, why not? Why put a train away off the track? Like keep the train
Yeah.
running. Like it's
Keep it rolling.
working. Keep this mug rolling. You know what I'm saying? See how far it can go. Just like with Sammy in the Bloodline. You know, you don't want to just throw it out of there real quick. You know, see where this going. I mean, he's doing exactly what Sammy was doing with Heyman and everybody else. Everybody breaking character. They're trying their best. If you notice, that's why they separate Rhea from a lot of their segments, because they got Rhea specifically like the Undertaker, like don't break this character. You know what I'm saying? So she's
That's
like
true.
low key breaking character. So that's why she's kind of like, if you notice, she's in more segments with Truth not there more than, you know what I'm saying, because she's breaking character too, but they don't want her to break the character because she got more of that Taker. Like you gotta be serious, you know. So you gotta be that Eradicator. But
Plus
it's
she on a
working,
mission.
man.
She on a mission
I'm
anyway.
on for it.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
And no, I said she on a mission anyway. But yep. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, she is.
At some point, they have to accept him in just to get him out. You know what I mean? Like they have to bring him in to then bounce him. But it's gold, man. Like I don't know what Truth has done over the years to like constantly be on TV, but this man has found a way, bro. And I can't hate. Like Truth, keep doing your thing because it's working. It's working clearly.
But the
universe
is back behind
everyone.
The universe is back
it's
behind
popping
him.
everyone.
Yep. He was off. I think wasn't he hurt? He was off TV for a while, and then you know you can tell people he was in a 24/7 picture that he was doing that. And I think he got hurt doing that, and fans
I don't know
missed
if he
him.
was
And
hurt.
you can tell. Yep. I don't know if
he was
or maybe they
putting
didn't
an
have no work
album
for
out
him.
or something. I know he was doing that.
Okay. So
kind of let it go.
Yeah, gotta let it go. But yeah, man, that was speaking of the Eradicator, great way to give us some foreshadowing into what could be. Becky first time face to face. In the promo, Becky did a phenomenal job carrying that. The history, it was real, it was authentic. I'm here for it, y'all. What do y'all think about the angle they could go? Because like we said, I know we mentioned we've never seen it before, so what y'all think about that potential dream match there?
I'm in the fence on this one a little bit. Mm-hmm. Here's the reason why.
Okay.
Because Becky just lost to Nia, and now she's going straight for Rhea with no indication going back at the Nia for anything, right? Definitely a great segment. I think it was kind of like a filler, in my opinion. I could be wrong. But you're teasing something that's 3 months ahead where we haven't even got to the Rumble yet, and we haven't even got to Elimination Chamber yet. That is a match that everyone was expecting and assuming to happen. But unfortunately for me, I mean, the segment was great. Becky killed it. Everything. It was just like a straight eye to eye, like I'm the bad one here and you the bad one, but I got to find out, are you really better than me? But this was like the number one contender. She was the number one contender and won the Rumble and did this. I could see that, but you got so much in the way. And then, like I said, it just didn't seem right. That's going back to what I said earlier. It was kind of like a spooky Raw to me because Becky went from losing to Nia without going back at Nia for what happened. And then also you're going straight to Rhea, so I'm not understanding that angle where are you going up the ladder, getting everybody when you lose or what's happening? But that's just my take and my feel on it right now. I mean, I have nothing against that. I think it just kind of caught me off guard, not, going straight to Rhea where you still have unfinished business with Nia, and Nia technically still haven't went out the Rhea yet.
True.
Hey, Griff, can I flip it to you like this?
Yeah.
What if she's on the same kind of path like Seth was on? Remember when Seth went on that losing streak, and then all of a sudden he's right there in that title picture? It could be one of those types of situations. I too am not a fan of it, Griff. I hope Rhea plants spikes her as quickly as possible and we move on from this. I know Coach is the resident Becky hater, but I am all aboard with this one. I can't root for Becky in this rivalry if that's where we're headed. If that's where we're going, fine. I agree with Brian. It did kind of feel like, oh, like
This
we're
is
giving
definitely
you
what.
this
Yeah,
because this is what you're asking for. We're gonna give it to you. It did kind of feel like that. But if that's what we're doing, fine. Rhea Ripley all the way. Like
they're showing
here we
that.
go.
Yeah, showing their hand. Showing their hand. You know, and
That's a
that's a
great
no no.
point. That's why I was trying to. That's what I was trying to put into.
Mhm.
But yeah, definitely, I definitely get about lose streak how Seth was on too. But
Mhm.
with just so much
Mm-hmm.
women power, we just seen the title match with her and Ivy. You got
Yeah.
Becky just losing to Nia. Nia still haven't went back. We still got appearances and other things happening at the Rumble. Then technically, maybe this don't have to be a WrestleMania match. Maybe it could be just for Elimination Chamber because this is going to be in Rhea's backyard. You know what I'm saying? In
Right.
There it
Australia.
is. There it
So
is.
Right.
that could be, and I think I tweeted that last night on our page too. Saying like, hey, could this be Mania? Could
Yeah.
this be Elimination Chamber? I think it's more of Elimination Chamber if they want to put this together than the Rumble, because we still haven't got to the Rumble and we don't know who the Rumble winner going to be and what champion going to be chosen. For that.
Weird,
So
weird thought. Because I respected Becky. Because I'm with you, Griff. Like, okay, so you just gonna let Nia whip your ass and not try to get a get back, at least something. You know what I'm saying? But okay, whatever. On to the next.
But it also
yeah,
could be they're floundering right now. Like think about it, because like Royal Rumble's up next, and it's like we got so much time on TV, and we got to get some of these storylines
You gotta
going, and
get them
let's throw this one out there, let's throw that out there. Like
in.
Cody and Drew, like starting the
Yeah,
night, I was like, oh, that's different. Like I never thought that they would interact, and what do they actually have to say to each other?
right.
What they
It's
said, like, all
history.
right, cool, fine.
Whatever. They got some history.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
it could feel like they're like filling time trying to get into the Royal Rumble, because I feel like Nia Jax and Becky Lynch have to interact in the Royal Rumble. Or you get what I'm saying? Like, so there's that second interaction that you can have that's gonna push you, right?
yeah. My thought
So
was, guys, is so if they end up going at it, Becky and Rhea, it makes sense. She's got to have a high profile match out there in her home country, right? So let them go at it. But guess who's the X factor in that? Because y'all remember there was a Nia Jax video package that was showed, and then it showed Rhea. It went to the Judgment Day Playhouse and had Rhea looking at
mhm.
it. So Nia Jax is still involved in this. What could happen? My weird thought. That's what I was saying. My weird thought was, and I know, Jackie, you might crap on this, but what if they might set up let them go to triple threat at Mania? So for that, so
Boo.
right, that's what I thought.
Ugh.
So yeah, that was my thing. Like,
It takes
they'll
away the legitimacy
yeah,
of the women, and I know tomato. I know
tomatoes.
we're
Yep.
trying to like fill the card, but like
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
have to do that anymore. Like let the work speak for itself. We're gonna have a lot of
Right,
good
right.
matches on the card for WrestleMania, but like let
Yep.
the work speak for itself. We don't have to force these 4 ways and 3 ways
Three
and all of
ways. Yep.
that when you got legitimate storylines that could push us to the point of we need to see these two people interact.
Right.
Like have the battle royals and all of that stuff to get people on the card, but like we don't have to do everybody's in a triple threat, everybody's in a fatal 4-way on this card. It's like no, like Becky doesn't have the wins. To Griff's point, Becky doesn't have the wins to
Yeah,
stand
that's
up to
true.
that point. Does she have the
It's true.
popularity? Yes, off of the last however many years she's been falling off of that popularity. But I don't think that she deserves to be in this match. Like, no. Tomato. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
Yep.
mean,
Like I said, that's what I
I'm
said.
not trying
Weird
to
thought.
stay on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just not trying to stay on this long either, fellas, man. But I'm just looking at the last 5 months, man. Becky went from Zoe to Trish to
Yeah.
Zoe to Tiff Stratton to Lyra Valkyria, who's an NXT champion now, then to Nia and now
Yeah.
Rhea. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like she's bouncing boom, 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 and everything. But no, I disagree with the whole triple threat thing. I think it needed to be a one-on-one contest, all because you either got to have that same energy or you got to have that next level energy that's going to top that championship match you had with Charlotte last year for this year Mania, man. So the question is, who is that woman that the creative and everybody's looking at to say, yeah, you know, for us, the popularity is Becky, it'd be Nia, you know what I'm saying? You got Jay lurking, you know, we don't know the direction Jay, I don't know if she's gonna come into Rumble now. That's a wait and see. But
come on.
Yeah. She
we
better.
we it's more of a who creative will see would be a moneymaker for Rhea that's going to be a match that's going to set the tone and be a lot better than it was with Charlotte last year, if not at the same equal energy.
Yeah, you got to think about like who's on the marquee, right? Who's up there on the marquee with her, and does Nia Jax have enough behind her to get that spot? Probably not. It's definitely Becky Lynch, but I hate that it is Becky Lynch. Like, we're forcing it at this point. We're forcing it. Not a Becky hater, but a Becky hater in this moment.
There's a reason why, you know, she's taking the losses just like her husband, just like you said, taking the L's.
If that's what we're doing, fine,
to be set right back up.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm not a hater. I'm trying not to be a hater in 2024.
You can't have WrestleMania without the man being in a high profile match. That's just where it is, especially now with no Charlotte.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You just don't build up anybody else.
Don't build up anybody else.
Yeah.
Right. There are no other women, and we'll get to like the push and stuff, all of that later. But like there are no other women that actually get the time, right? Like Chelsea Green, right? Chelsea Green has the popularity, has the heat behind her if she's a heel, right? Like she could be in that title picture and could do just as well. But instead, we're back to Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
If you notice, man, Raw is Raw, for some reason, Raw is pushing majority women division to tag team competition now more than singles. You know? Even though Ivy had her title match at day one with Rhea, but they're forcing her to team up with Maxine Dupree.
But they're doing it from like a faction standpoint. Yes, right? Like
Alpha Academy. You consider Alpha a faction?
Yeah, like I'll take that. But like even like Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, like they've had their individual matches within their tag team. You get what I'm saying, Griff? I totally agree with you that they're teaming all of them up, but it doesn't feel like it's like it doesn't feel like a Liv and Raquel situation where like we're gonna force this until it works.
Here you go. You with her. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, that was terrible.
It doesn't feel like that. It feels like, okay, this makes sense for y'all to be hanging out, and then you have your singles, and then at times we'll do our doubles. Yeah, I agree with you though, Griff.
No, it's better. It's a lot smoother that way too. You know, it's unbelievable. And then you got them behind you.
Man, what was up with that? Felt like I was watching the house show live.
What was that?
Which one?
The Raw set.
You got it was a snowstorm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's right.
So they had a lot of stuff going on last night. There was a snowstorm out there.
There was a snowstorm and they had backup.
I didn't even notice it. Oh man.
I didn't notice it either.
Yeah.
So you knew that goes to show you how long he's been watching Raw, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, it was almost like the Attitude Era Raw. I was like, I'm watching the house show.
The only thing that was missing was all the 5 million signs in the building.
This shit is lit.
Hey, gents, real quick, man, while we on the women division, I know we getting ready to move forward, but I can't allow us to move forward till this is brought up. Because the writings on the wall is coming, and I'm talking about Bailey and Damage Control.
What's funny is that I had that. So I was getting ready to ask you that, but I was getting ready to say that for another segment, another week. But hey, listen, I'm to the table. Basically, what these females are saying is that, hey, y'all, you help us, Bailey, but we ain't gonna help your ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it is now. They being selfish. I think that was very selfish of them, but it's all the setup. We know it's coming. It's a slow burn. It's a slow grind to the inevitable, right? So you know Dakota make it so funny, like we're with you. You just we want you, yeah. We want you to, are you go ahead and get ready for the Rumble? Hey, we need you to have a title to build, to continue to build this legacy, build your faction. Nah, I think I smell it. I think I smell the hyenas coming for Scar at Royal Rumble, bro. I think they're going to, I don't know.
Catch my baby slipping like Ricky on they gonna catch.
Go to the store and give me some cornmeal, Bailey. Go to the store.
The funny part was, man, the funny part in that match, though, man, was watching Bianca like, oh, y'all ain't gonna help y'all girl out? All right, I got this.
That made it like so obvious. Like, hey, they pulled Bianca out there. The chicks was looking at it like, oh, there you go.
Yep.
We ain't doing nothing.
It's a shame. They finna.
It's
inevitable. My God, they're gonna beat the hell out of that little lady.
It's inevitable, man. So
and you can't now. You can't help but root for it now, right? Like it's coming. So it's like, damn, it's gonna be a 4-on-1 situation. Like, that's I remember we were playing at the Gus.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, bro. We was playing at the Gus Macker 1 year, Brandon. Coach, we was playing at the Gus Macker 1 year, and y'all left
I know what
early.
You're about to say. Yep, I know what you're about to say.
They beat the hell out of that girl on that court, bro. It was 4-on-1. They beat the hell out of that girl.
No, remember, I saw it too because we all was running. I saw it.
Yeah, they beat.
That's what it reminded me of.
That's what they're gonna do to Bailey.
Let's hope and pray. Hey, now we can take wagers, we can take bets on when they're gonna do it. So that'll be fun.
So
we can do that. But yeah, man. Hey, that was the that was the rest of the week of wrestling that brought our attention, caught our attention, I should say. And hey, we setting up for a epic Rumble. Yep. So appreciate it.
Indeed, bro. But let me remind y'all, man. And I've seen it across the internet a few times since, but wrestling is for niggas because NXT just showed us a whole bunch of them, and I was very hyped for it. I'm gonna get it wrong every time. I'm not even gonna try, bro. Malik Blade and them took on Trick and Carmelo. And please go watch that match, man. Please go catch up on that because they handled that one and had you on the edge of your seat. The one thing that I love about NXT is that the crowd is so intimate that every chant gets going because you got to get involved, right? And everything is heard, and I really like NXT right now, man, and especially that storyline with those guys over there with Trick Williams and them trying to figure out we still on the hunt to see who did it, and then Obafemi is now our NXT North American champion.
Obafemi cashes in. Shout out! I think where they're gonna push him. They're gonna push him as a heel. Is that correct, Jackie?
Oh my God! I think it could go that way just based on his interaction with Dragon Lee and him denying Dragon Lee the rematch. And B Dix is absolutely correct. Go listen to the promo if you haven't. The crowd is getting into the promo as if this is Wakanda forever, I too sat up on the couch and was like, "Damn, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. This niggas on the screen."
Nice.
So please go check out NXT if y'all haven't got a chance to.
Let's do it.
Felt like a heel alternative. Yeah, it did. It felt like him denying the rematch and saying like, "I'll think about it." Like he was kind of walking off. I will say, this is what they wanted Omos to be.
Oh, no doubt about it. That's immediately who I thought. The first time I saw him wrestle, I was like, okay, this was the project that they. Yeah, I thought about it. Yep.
The only thing is you can tell he can talk on the mic. So go check out his promo. He can go on the mic and he can handle himself on the mic, and that's completely different than Omos. Omos needed that mouthpiece. I don't think Obafemi needs a mouthpiece. Can I see these two big Nigerian brothers together? Absolutely. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it because I'm already disappointed enough.
Shout out to our Omos, wherever you are, man. Let's get it together. Let's try again. We miss you, MVP.
It's Mania season, baby. He on his way back.
It's Mania season.
He's gonna be at the Royal Rumble.
I think they're doing it they got him as an attraction. So
it's Mania season. He on his way. Him, Brock Lesnar on his way. You know what's coming.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Coach, man, we appreciate
Yeah.
you.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
we appreciate you
Coach.
pushing us through that one. And let's move on now to the fantasy draft. And we needed to update this so that y'all can This brother folds every time we mention it, bro.
Every time
we bring it up, this
even
brother
when I
is
hear
disappointed.
even when I hear fantasy football, I cringe, man. Like, God.
He had the
So-
number one pick. That's the crazy part. He started
Wise
it off.
man says looking interesting. I said, yeah, for y'all too.
It actually is looking interesting. So, oops. So is the updated results here, man. And
oh, look
clearly,
at that.
like
Look at
B Dick
this.
said, some things are getting interesting.
Yeah.
And
Y'all
I think it's
tied.
bullshit,
Oh.
but it is what it is, you know.
Man.
I'm not gonna hate. Here we are. I'm not gonna hate.
Hey, I can make a move and a spin, but I ain't doing it tonight. Sorry. Just gonna keep building. So
This brother's cashing out. Brother is cashing out.
I'm just gonna sit back and let y'all 2-horse race right now.
So you just like stacking up? That's what's happening here? You're just like,
man, I'm gonna see how many points I can get at Gunther back. So
do you that's true. Yeah. Do you want to make your run now? Or not your run, but do you want to make your choice now? Or do you want to do it post Rumble, and then that way you can figure out the storyline that you want to do?
Post Rumble, yeah.
Just saying.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking I need something going in. So I'm just gonna hang here till after the Rumble. We'll see.
And you never know, you might pick up some more points that can make some more moves.
Right.
Make some more moves. Griff, you want to make a move, brother? You want to get rid of some points, or just want to hang there? Okay. I get it. I get it. Okay. All right.
Nope.
All right. So that is the update of our fantasy.
Come on, Lola.
Everybody's going to hang tight. No, I'm not making no moves.
Wise man asked if you needed something.
Yeah.
I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. We all good over here in the hood, bro. We all good over here.
Okay.
All right, man. No, you don't see anything from me, bro. Thanks though. Let's switch our attention now, gentlemen. Obviously it's Royal Rumble season, and it is the first Royal Rumble season of this here conversation situation. So let's go ahead and start discussing the Royal Rumble as it is. This man. What are our thoughts towards this Royal Rumble, gentlemen, and how does it compare to Royal Rumbles of the?
What I'm anticipating about this Royal Rumble in years past is that we're seeing more intriguing storylines that's going into it. That's already got us ready. Now it's before the traditional Royal Rumbles. You get 30 dudes that's plopped together. You're hey, here we go for one night countdown. We all come in there. We mix it up, and then let's see what new feuds can spark from that. But I love with the returns, with the impact of The Rock, the dynamics of Rock, CM Punk, Randy Orton, and so much star power going into this one. And then on top of that, the creative is doing such a good job of keeping us on our toes. This is the first year where we really don't know who the clear-cut favorite will be. In years past, you can tell, who they're building up, for that shot. This time it's either, it can go either way, So I have no clue. Like I told you guys last week, this is the this is the most excited I've been to watch one with you guys. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the storylines that we already know. How does The Rock impact to finish the story? You guys, the wild cards that are in there, Shinsuke, Brock, all the, Gunther, so much star power now. Where could they go, and who could come out on top? So I love it, man. Popcorn is ready for this one. Yeah, what y'all?
Griff?
This Rumble's a little different for some reason. Because I was kind of excited and I was looking to attend this Rumble, but I say, you know
Florida.
what? I say, you know what? I got faith in Mania this year. So, but with that being said, it just seems different because it doesn't seem like it's a Rumble season. Normally, you would have some kind of Rumble feel or some
Good
kind
point.
of match, some kind of story that's gonna get you urged up for the Rumble. I think right now everything is scattered. We're like we're doing promo. I think they're trying to figure some stuff out, because again, CM Punk returning, The Rock returning,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of did a lot of this. You get what I'm saying? So now we're seeing Drew and Cody. Then we're seeing, Drew and Damian Priest. Then we're seeing our truth element. We're seeing CM Punk come in every other week, which I think they're doing just fine with him coming in every other week and don't want to rush him off the gate.
Right,
You get what
right.
I'm saying? Of course, we got like the Omos, the Brock Lesnar's, and in my personal opinion, I think since it's in Tampa, a Big E surprise return might come in this Rumble as well. It's so much into that, but for me, it doesn't seem like a Rumble. It wasn't like a last year Rumble, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because last year Rumble, you kind of had like, okay, this is Rumble season. Everybody's like talking about, I'm going to be the champion. I'm going to be the champion. Now
Yeah,
it's like, hey, back 10 years ago, when we used to do this and we used to do that, but I got to have this story. Well, I got to finish this story too. Well, I got to
right,
finish my
right.
story. Everybody's fighting over a story, but
Storyline.
it's not like, where are we going with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what story are you talking about? A story of going after Roman? A story going after the IC title? A story going after the US title? A
Yeah.
story going after Gunther? What's your story that you're trying to finish? And I think, like, right now, they're trying to figure a lot of it out. So it's like a wait and see. But, like, again, going back to like yesterday's Raw, it just seemed like a generic episode of Raw, but not like a Raw that's like leading up to like, hey, the Rumble's around the corner. And another thing, they're skipping. We almost in what? We're not even in Mania season. We already like looking at possible Mania matches. We ain't even talking about Elimination Chamber. Next
Right.
thing you know, they're gonna be talking about Backlash, which is like 3 PLEs down the road, and we ain't even got to the Rumble yet. But
But isn't that the element of surprise that we got going here, Griff? Like, isn't that the catalyst behind all of this is that we have no clue where any of this is going? And I'm kind of with you. It's like they haven't promoted it in the
yeah,
sense that we know they haven't said who's going to be the winner. And I think
yeah,
that's our problem with it. Like, we don't know, we can't tell what the future is going to be, and it's kind of frustrating for us. And it's like wait a minute, like what's actually happening here? Like, what are we
yeah,
getting ready to do? It's really
Yeah.
hard to, like, cuz if we go through the list of guys that can win the men's Royal Rumble alone, not even just like the thought of the women's Royal Rumble, but just the men's Royal Rumble alone, like, that list is really, really long this year. Last year it was like Cody, probably Seth,
Gunther maybe.
probably Gunther. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Like, you could kind of name those people, but now, like, all of those names are right back into the same pot that that we were in last year, but now it's a little bit more murky because
Got
we don't
Punk
know
in there.
what can
Yeah.
happen. And
right.
I know, Coach, this was your question offline of like who could be that next competitor to Roman, and I think that kind of goes hand in hand with this conversation of who could win the Royal Rumble, because winning it automatically puts you into the main event, which automatically in our mind puts you up against Roman Reigns. And so this decision really has to make sense. And there's like who makes sense in our mind, fellas, without like giving away your prediction. Who makes sense? Sorry to steal your question, Coach, but like it fit right here.
It fits here for sure. And like I said, we don't want to that what Wise Man just said here in this chat is that's solid there too. We got to think about it the times when we were little, man. When kayfabe was a
Yep.
thing, before
Yep.
before long before social media, you had to watch to find out. And that's the beauty of where we are. Like you said,
It's a
Jackie,
great
element of
point, Coach.
surprise. Element of
That's a great
surprise.
point.
You know what I think the big problem is? And this is for everybody worldwide. I think the big problem is everybody's so locked in on Cody finish a story theme and how is he going to finish a story, right? I think that's what
I'm guilty of
is.
that. I'm in that crew. So
And when I say that, that's not a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing. I'm
yeah,
saying that to say that, again, what do we mean by finish a story? Does finishing the story have to happen at WrestleMania? I was thinking like,
yeah.
yesterday, Hogan Street's coming up in September. Damian
Oh,
Priest got to cash in. What if Cody wins Money in the Bank? And maybe that could be his way. You never know, right? That's just me thinking. But I
I like
think
that.
that a lot of people are caught into the finish a story, and they're
right.
already putting a label on finish a story. Part 2 has to happen at
And
WrestleMania,
Manny,
and this is where
run it back. Yeah,
this is where these high expectations come into play now. Where like, oh, we thought it was gonna be Cody and Roman, like he has to finish the story. It's like they didn't marquee that one. That was just our
Nope.
natural
yeah,
thinking because we heard finish a story. We just assumed finish a story means Roman and Cody part 2. Now the way things
yeah,
looking, Roman's not scheduled to be at Perth.
yeah.
Again, we can't jump to conclusion with The Rock. Like, even though The Rock teased that, we know how The Rock is. We know how that family dynamic is. The Rock is a movie star. Just because you tease something don't mean it's going to happen. The Rock said it
Yeah, but
best.
you think they
Okay.
gonna tease him without doing it though, Griff? Like
Yeah,
that's huge, bro. Like
No,
bro.
that match is huge. Like to tease it, to even say it on the Rock's like television show that one time. Like even that was like, oh, okay, we see y'all. But like to like say it on
Right.
SmackDown, bro, you think they really gonna tease that and not come back with it?
Without.
no,
That's
that's
to you,
not what
Griff.
I.
That's
No,
go ahead,
that's
go
not
ahead,
what
go
I
ahead.
was going. That's not what I was going to go forward. What I was going to say
Okay.
after that is that even with that tease, um, we don't know when that's going to happen. But the biggest thing is The Rock even said it himself, like the time had to be right, and we want to do something
Sure.
that's unprecedented, meaning that
Mm-hmm.
this is something that I know both of them and even those that's behind the scenes has been talking about. And I
Yeah.
think they're coming to that point where, like, okay, the time has to be now. Because if the time is not now, it's not going to happen
Never
ever,
gonna
ever.
happen.
So
Never
if
gonna
the
happen.
time is now, we got to start rolling this right now. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, to me, it's the marquee has got to be WrestleMania. But who to say
Yeah,
it is going to happen in WrestleMania? But it has to be WrestleMania just for the tease now. So I think even
Too
for The
big
Rock
to
to
be
come
anything
on
else.
Raw to say that,
yeah. He wouldn't say that if they wasn't going that way.
yeah,
Griff, you remember, and Jack, I'm going to answer your question in my gut, but yeah, you remember the emotion in SoFi that night when Cody lost that match. There was literally people in my section crying. There was Nightmare fans actually crying. So that's WWE once again breaking hearts, doing what they're supposed to do. But I think there's so many people that want to see that's behind him now. Cody's got fans. It's kind of like, hey, we mess with him, but we said this in earlier episodes last year. It's kind of getting that John Cena feel on Monday nights now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the direction where they want him. Obviously, he's not catering to young kids. I mean, the young kid, yeah, he loves the kids, but Cody really has a following, and they just want to see him get back. My heart of hearts is telling me that Seth Rollins, it won't happen now. I'm kind of following y'all. I don't think it's gonna happen now at Mania. I think he's gonna keep it, and I think it's setting the table for if Seth loses it, Seth has to be the guy to get it off him. And Griff, I mean, you talked about that many days, but my guy that it fits and makes sense is Seth.
When is the record, Griff?
Yeah,
I think it's end of August, early September, so around Labor Day.
But post SummerSlam though, right?
Yeah.
post SummerSlam.
Okay.
So that's around Bash of Berlin, I think.
Bash of
Berlin that
Berlin
they're
is the one
doing.
that's after SummerSlam this year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's around that time.
Neither one of them lose it over there.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
If either of
Has
the
to be
two that have
Slam.
it, Like, yeah, if either of the two have it walking in over there,
It has to be SummerSlam.
they don't lose it unless it's Gunther.
Right.
Unless it's Gunther. Like Gunther against either of them takes the title over there, but if it's anybody else, they don't lose those titles over there.
Yeah.
But we're at Royal Rumble, man.
It's great.
To Royal
back
Rumble.
to that was great. We got off track there, but yeah, it's first time in a long time that we're getting storylines going in rather than seeing what happens, seeing what shit we can put together, throwing stuff to the wall, see what sticks. Right? Okay, let's roll with this going in. But now, you still got Shinsuke doing anime promos, and I caught that last night. So we still gotta look out, who he's gonna pick on next. So there's so much stuff we need to actually pay attention to in this match as well.
I think the thing that we need to name here is that there's a lot of depth going into this Royal Rumble.
You're right.
There are more people expected in this Royal Rumble than like surprise appearances, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not looking forward to the surprise appearances. We're looking forward to the people who are actually
on the roster
in the company
already.
right now, who are on the roster, who have potential to be in this main event. So I think we need to speak to the depth of this roster because I think that's the thing that's throwing this Royal Rumble off. That's the thing that's throwing this Royal Rumble off.
We're so used to somebody else coming in. Yep, go ahead, Griff.
Seth don't have a match at the Rumble, do we?
Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
I don't think he's gonna get booked for one at the Rumble unless they do a last minute thing with Jinder. I don't think he's gonna be booked. Rhea's not even booked for a match.
He got hurt.
Who Jinder
Seth
did?
got hurt last night in that Jinder match.
Really?
Yeah. I saw it this morning. So yeah, he got hurt. I don't know if it was knee. But they don't think it's like severe.
Serious.
Yeah, they don't think it's serious, but he did get hurt. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the same knee that got injured twice. Too.
I
thought it was a work because I did hear Michael Cole mention that last night about that knee in his past situations, but I thought it was just a work when he was talking about it. Yep. Keep him lightly off.
So the obviously we'll make our predictions later, for next show. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head, Jackie. Depth is throwing us all off. Can we say the same thing on the other side? Let's switch to the women. Now the women may have more of the surprises.
Yeah. For the women, you're gonna get a couple of legends in there. I'm sure we're gonna see Trish one more time in that, but not for the legend part, man. The women gonna have more surprises, not just from the legends perspective, but I think there's gonna be a lot of NXT call ups on that match too. That's gonna be spotlight's gonna shine on too, and then pending. Jay Cargill could debut that night as well too, and then let's not forget the returning Liv Morgan could return also. She's been out. I think Sonya's still out for a while because she had an ACL injury. She's recovering.
Yeah.
So Liv, I'm not sure where
Liv beat the Chargers. She good.
What's that?
I said the Liv. Hey, I think Liv beat the Chargers, so we'll see. Hope so.
Yeah, they said she won't be affected, but
she good.
She got lucked out on that one.
I seen it.
They
I was
just
like,
changed the policy like the week before, it seems, but whatever.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, she used to be with Enzo. I said, okay, yeah, that makes So that makes sense.
So here's a big question while we're on the women's, y'all, because I know definitely Trinity just did a new deal with TNA. Shout out to her, doing big work there. Do we see Sasha return, or is it possible?
Wait, go back for a second. You said Trinity signed back with TNA?
Yeah, she was just featured on their debut show with the belts. Whatever night that was, a couple days ago.
That was her like farewell match. Did you see
That was a
Sasha and Bailey in
farewell.
the stands?
That was a
Oh,
farewell match. She coming
Sasha
home,
and Bailey
bro.
had on black hoodies and
Yeah, they
like
was trying to be
black
yeah,
incognito.
her
sunglasses.
and Bailey.
They was trying to be incog, but no, that was a farewell
Yeah,
match, Griff.
that was a farewell match.
She coming
Didn't
home,
catch that.
man. She
So
coming back
she
home.
coming back.
Pretty sure she's coming back. Yeah, pretty sure
Oh,
she's
I
coming
stand
back.
corrected for
No,
audience.
yeah,
So
yeah.
But to your point about Mercedes Banks or whatever we're gonna call her, I don't think it happened. I don't think it's happening now. I don't think it's happening right now, but I do think she comes back. It just something doesn't feel right about her coming back into that Royal Rumble. Something doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, she spent too much time with Bailey. Bailey been in her ear. Bailey's the one. Bailey's gonna be the catalyst to get her back. So, we'll
hope so.
We'll
hope so. Hope she comes
hope
back.
so. But yeah, it's you definitely gonna see more surprises. Jade, if not now, let's talk about it. If not now, fellas, win because
does she win if she comes back or
I don't
if
think
she comes out?
Wins. I don't think she wins it.
I'm calling it. She wins.
That's right. That was your hot take last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It would make sense if she debuts. It makes sense for her to win. I have her debuting. If she doesn't debut at the Rumble, I have her debut in the Raw at the WrestleMania.
Good call.
Oh, that one works. That one works.
Man, you know what? Give them credit for training her, man. Like taking the time. Like,
yeah.
You know, it was clear there was something there, and there was some type of deficiency or something that they wanted to make sure that she worked through. That they had to polish her up before she got on WWE TV. So, big ups to WWE training and development to get her right.
Think about what that says, right? Like at AEW, you're 50-0. You're like the star over here. You got the title. It is what it is, right? And you come over to WWE, and they're like, "Hey, let's get into 6 months of training, and let's knock this out," right? Like that's wild to think that in one company you're their star, but in a different company, that speaks to the disparity of the two companies. Let's be honest. That speaks to the difference between the two. But he said it in that press conference when she first came out. It was like she's gonna debut when it's time for her to debut. And I like that they're holding on to her. Like we questioned it at first, and as everybody did, but it's like, all right, when she does come, like let's do this right. Let's make sure that she's ready to go. And I think you say after Mania, Griff, I'm thinking she does. I don't know. I think she does win it. I'm sticking by it. She wins.
Oh yeah, no, I said that's my secondary if she doesn't debut or comes at Royal Rumble. But yeah, I got her debuting at the Rumble and taking it on to that too. And then I don't know, with that being Trinity's farewell match, I don't know if she's under that 90-day. You know how they do that 90-day no compete or
nah, they didn't fire her. It was just the end of her contract. So she can go. Like she can go move as she wants to. So
yeah, come on home, man, because Jimmy missed you.
Yeah. She said something like in her and it was their anniversary today or something like that. And her post was like hashtag no yeet. And it's like, yeah. Come on back. Yeah.
Come on through.
Come on back over here. Come on back over here. But to Brian's point, like back in the day, like not being able to predict much. And then Coach, you said going back to kayfabe. I think that today's WWE, like 2023 and beyond, has merged with social media enough to handle it to where it's like some of it feels kayfabe, some of it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like there's some stuff that's real and it's real, and then there's some stuff that it's like, okay, that's the entertainment part of WWE. But again, this is speaking to that depth of what they can do with their different storylines.
Absolutely.
Well, gents, we definitely look forward to the Royal Rumble, man, and we'll continue the talks about this as we get closer and closer to it, as that is a week from Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And we look forward to watching that together.
Watching
as we,
live with our viewers.
Yeah, you're doing a little kickback situation. Come on, watch that with us as y'all come
Watch
through.
it with us. Bring your money. Hey, bring your money. Hey, bring everybody.
We like to play a little betting game on that one. Let me put a little bet on it.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. The trash talk is going to up when we get onto that part, though.
I gotta find a better setup. I gotta find a better setup because I can't watch it in the kitchen. I actually gotta watch it.
We all try to figure out
how I got one little room.
We're gonna have to figure out.
How can I watch this and be over here and there? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, man. Let's go on to a new segment here on ECW. This one's called Push One, Turn One, Title One. All right, so how this works is you're going to push someone who you think deserves to be pushed. You can turn one, and that could be someone who is a heel and you believe they should be a face, or someone who's a face that you believe they should be a heel. And then last but not least, we're going to title one, someone who is not currently in the title picture that you believe deserves a title shot. Straight to the top, to the moon. Let's get it started. Who wants to go first with with push one? Yeah, go ahead, Griff. I know we already know where you're going. No, actually, I don't know where you're going with this one.
I don't think I know about this.
I don't think I know.
This is possible. This is I got one, and it was a lot. It was a lot in that boat, so I had to throw all of them off the ocean, out in the ocean, except for one. And we didn't talk about this in the recap. And last night was definitely another round two, part two. I think it's setting up something down the road. And the one I will push right now will be Ludwig Kaiser.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful pick.
Go ahead, Griff, because whatever you say, I'm going to piggyback on because that's also my pick. So go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. So, I mean, just, for one, let's go back to when Gunther took his hiatus and his PTO. He said, okay, I'm taking this time off. Get your stuff together. And you better have your stuff together when I come back. And for what he did with Coffee. And I was thinking this today. He reminded me of the rich blue blood version of Val Venus. He got the physique, he got the speed, he got the size and agility, and he's like the ladies' man. And the reason, I got him for this push is because his women fan base is really, really behind him. Like, that's his momentum. Like, they really love this dude. Plus, he got great mic work, man. So I think he kind of remind me, what's my man name, you guys? The dude for I can't think of his name. The Rusev guy that was coming out doing this stuff for Rusev back in the day.
Oh,
he doing the same thing, kind of like
Aiden English.
Yes. He kind of remind me of Aiden English with the Rusev, where he's doing that with Gunther. So the mic work, the chemistry, how he plays and controls the crowd, those are the little underrated things no one doesn't talk about with him. But after seeing that, what he did with Coffee and what he did with Woods on yesterday, I said, okay, when that time comes for him and Gunther to go separate ways and break out Imperium, this is probably going to be the next possible single superstar that's going to be running for that IC and US belt. And truth be told, y'all, who would say that he might be the one dethrone Gunther down the line?
That's what I don't want, though. Like, that's what I don't want. And I'm totally with you on, like, that's a WWE thing to break up the group, send the young Simba at that situation. But I don't want that, right? Here's what I envision, Griffin. You're absolutely right on everything you said about Kaiser. But I just think, like, you just need to elevate everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like, as soon as Gunther takes off and he goes after Roman, or Roman or Seth, whichever happens, like, bump Kaiser up to that Intercontinental title picture, right? Like, and keep them in that same faction, and then, like, keep that faction together. And, like, I don't see the need to break up when we got other targets we can go at right now. Like there's so many other factions out there that need to interact. And I've always said this. It's like let them stay together and like just elevate everybody on that side. And I'm totally with you on this one, man. That's who I wanted to push as well, because you can see he's getting better and better and better with each week, and his heel persona is starting to get better. He's always handled himself in the ring. So when they do decide to push him, man, like it's going to be really, really good, face or heel. But I just want them to stay together in that faction and continue to get better in there. I guess that is both me and Griff. So, Coach, who do you want to push?
It seemed like it's already starting. He's paying his dues, and hey, social media got behind him. Got the great match last night. Let's continue to push Jinder Mahal.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you pushing Jinder. Go ahead. Why?
Because it's getting, obviously he's solid. He's doing great work. He's a performer. He can wrestle. He needs to get back into, I'm glad to see him back from catering and pushing. He did his Paul Ellering for a little while. Manage. Trying to get these boys on board in Indushear or whatever. But I think that match last night, though that proved the point. He needs to be back in a. I'm not saying the title picture right now, but he needs to get back on people's radar. Like, hey, like I'm in this too, adding to the already deep roster. Putting him in. Hey, at least get him in. Hey, think about this, y'all. At least maybe get him in the Intercontinental picture. At some point, getting them. Had to have him start a mid card run. But I think it's after going toe to toe with Seth. Let's let him lie. Let him go for a little bit and see what he can do. But I'm pushing Jinder again.
All right, Coach pushing Jinder. All right, Coach, let's go back to you, man. Let's turn somebody. Turn the heel or turn a face. Who you gonna turn?
So let's think strictly. Now I thought about this, and I know Griff is gonna look at me side eye, but I don't care.
Oh God,
it's all love. No. And now, granted, this is just wrestling. This is just the direction of wrestling. But I know there's a show involved, and it's not realistic now. But I think the persona, where she's going, let's turn at some point. Let's turn Bianca Belair.
Okay, why you turning B?
I like that.
Turning Bianca because EST's her persona is heel anyway. It's been heel. The skip, I'm the fastest, strongest. It's a nice, arrogant type persona. But she's put the positive face spin on it for so long. She does have fans, she does following, but at some point, I'm saying do it. That prevents her so she won't get stale. I don't know what direction they have her going into Mania season. It's yet to be seen. I think she's still hovering around EO, Bailey, that crew.
None of them know.
Hovering around Damage Control. So she's floundering right now. Hey, what we say, floundering. Looks like she's floundering as well. So I thought about this long and hard. I know, I know it's not realistic right now because they got this show debuting here in a couple weeks, which I'm going to tune into. I will support the show. But from a wrestling standpoint, to save her career, she needs to go ahead and do it at some point. She can, she's going to try to need that shot in the arm to revive her career. So I'm turning Bianca Belair at some point after Mania season.
Okay. All right, Griff, what you got? Who you turning?
Oh man, this shouldn't be a surprise. I said this numerous times throughout the show, and I'm gonna stick with this one, man. But I'm turning Sami Zayn heel.
Okay.
That brother is calling for the heel turn.
Yeah, for one, two things. Number one, I think Sammy's going to come back with a chip on his shoulder and kind of put a lot of the blame for him being out and why Drew is on this tirade and why Drew took him out and everything. He's going to put that blame on Jey Uso. And number two, I think that's going to be the next feud and rival that we're going to see, Jey and Sammy. sometime probably right after the Rumble or maybe leading up before. And who's to say Jay and Jimmy's going to do anything right away too? We still got to see that too. But I think Jay and Sammy, that rival feud is going to come here really, really, really soon. Maybe at the Rumble, maybe shortly at the Rumble. Who knows if Sammy returns at the Rumble? But I got Sami Zayn turning heel and coming after Jey Uso.
Okay. Sammy turning heel.
You think there's a chance he can? Because he did have a legit knee deal, or was it TV? Or was it or they just wrote him off for some PTO? I don't know if that injury. Okay. I don't know if he had a legit injury or not. Okay.
I think, don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, but I know a lot of the international talent, there's something they have to do and renew before they go do shows overseas in different countries and stuff. So they have to go through that. Cause I think Piper Nivens did that one time. Kaiser and them did that. Gunther, they all go through that renewing, all that stuff too. Then they can't really do much until like everything's finalized and proven too. So I'm not saying that is the case. That's what my assumption is for it could be, but I know there's nothing wrong with him. It's just right now he's just written off television.
Makes sense. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. My turn is going to be from heel to face. I'm turning Austin Theory from heel to face.
Thought about him. I did.
Here's why, man. First of all, he has the body, he has the wrestling. But it's the character that you can't get behind because it's like literally Austin Theory. But that's not the Austin Theory that is like behind the scenes. If you've ever seen any type of like videos of Austin Theory backstage,
he's a pretty cool dude. He's pretty cool dude.
Right. Like he's a lovable guy. And I think he would fare much better as that guy. And I think he gets a better shot at the titles and things if he's playing a different character. I don't know how or if he's being himself, I guess, if you can say. But I don't know how you get him to that or get like if that involves him being in some type of faction.
Story.
Some
type of story.
Get him something. But I don't predict that this would happen, but I just think he would fare better if he was a face.
That's very interesting, man. That's realistic too. Oh man, because
we'll see.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
We'll see. I mean, he's 26, or 25, 26. So,
man,
brother's got a ways to go as far as getting better at this.
Yeah, but when he figure it out, though, would you think potential face of the company in about 5 years, 5 to 10? 5. Well, I know 26, so he'll be early 30. Yeah, about 5 years. Within 5 years,
closer to that 5 mark, I think.
Yeah,
closer to that 5 mark. I mean, there's a lot of guys in front of him. That's the issue. They were trying to push him with the United States title, but there's so many people that are in front of him to like. Nobody thought he was going to cash in that Money in the Bank and it be for real, So I just think give him some time. Closer to that 5-year mark. Closer to that 5-year mark.
Hey, y'all know we got to slide this in every show because it's become one of a staple. So since we're talking about heel, I just thought about it. Heel face, ladies and gentlemen, episode 20.
No, don't do no. This show is going Gatorade break 3. Don't do it.
Yo,
Gatorade break 3. Don't do it.
I'm just playing.
Wait till Hulu come out, bro. Don't do it.
I don't even want to go there, bro.
Looks like we have. Oh, okay. For this segment, looks like we have a face turn for the Bobby Lashley and Disciples.
I don't want to do it, bro.
Gatorade break 3
against the Final Testament.
I just.
Are you really called the Pride? I saw that.
No. It's the Final Testament. Is Kerry and the AOP. That's the name of
I'm talking about Bobby and the group.
Oh no, they named their faction?
The Pride.
The Pride. Really? So I said don't bring it up.
That's terrible.
Wait till Hulu.
Okay, all right, we'll wait.
I
was just
mean,
being funny. I was just being
I don't know
funny
if they
because I
was
wanted to see
watching.
Jackie's face.
I ain't know they was watching Lion King, talking about the Lion Pride or what. I'm like,
Disgusted.
bro.
We're literally like the name of our podcast is Ebony Championship Wrestling, and that is as black as we're gonna get when it comes to this. like what? Why do we have to go back to? That's not making it up there, Brian. Sorry.
No.
that's no. Nope.
Hey,
No.
so okay, I sent y'all
you're
the video.
rarely censored, but you're censored on that one.
So they just have B-Fab just glued the backstage and catering and just doing. So the video that I sent y'all,
but she's back. She's coming back now.
But she's back.
At first, they had reported that she was not going to be a part of the group.
Right.
Yeah.
They got her
back. That's when we saw her like a couple weeks, or like we didn't see her for a couple weeks.
That was longer than
now,
that,
like
about a month or so. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But now she's back to cutting promos with them, and then maybe now they're pushing forward. But
yeah,
hey, bro. Hey, all right, bro. Title one, bro. Because what? I don't even.
Yes. Thank you. Move on.
For our viewers, I just wanted to see my brother's face when I mentioned that. That's all. But yeah, we can move forward.
Last thing. I think what I'm feeling is I'm tired of being negative about it.
Yep.
Because that's the only thing I can be about it. Because it's like what is happening, and like as much as I like, because we were so excited for this to come to fruition, like to get these three together. It was like, here we go. The possibilities are endless, and it's flopping so badly. Oh my God, it's flopping so badly.
Not even Triple H can resuscitate it.
We have to come off screen. Like, I'm sorry. And we have to come off TV for a minute. Like, we have to regroup. We have to come off, and we got to decide, like, what is our identity? What are we actually trying to do with this group? Yep. What are we actually trying to do with this group? And then let's move forward, because right now it's like, let's go over here. Nope, that's not working. Let's go over here. That's not working.
Throwing stuff at the wall, see what sticks. But yeah, let's title one. Let's title one.
Title one. Okay. Title one. Title. Griff, let's go to you, brother. Who do you want to see in the title scene that is not currently in the title scene?
Man, this was so easy for me. Again, I always say this. I'm always rooting for her. I'm supporting her. She's one of my favorites. She's a hard worker. She's a workhorse. She has a lot of experience. She's been getting screwed over. And I don't know if you saw it on social media, but Nick Aldis got on the bump and was saying, like, that she needs to work harder. And she took that money to social media and said, look, Nick, you done rubbed the wrong one. This Latina heat finna come through. I'm talking about my girl Zelina Vega, man. That title need to get around that waist.
Okay. I didn't see the Nick Aldis situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always here for Zelina Vega.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always here for Zelina Vega. So yes, I support this.
She's dope. She can work. She can work her ass off.
Coach, who you throwing the title on?
I called for this a few weeks ago in one segment, and he did. There's a teaser. I'll put the title on my boy Bronson Reed.
Okay,
you're sticking on it, yeah.
You have been rooting for Bronson for a while.
He did that teaser video after Imperium's little segment, so I knew who he was talking to.
See on your fantasy. See on your fantasy
before
team.
You go to just a quick reminder. I just had a quick reminder because I think, Coach, you had brought this up. Maybe Jackie, you did. I know it was one of you guys, but I remember I remember, Coach, when you kept fighting for Bronson to go in the power rankings. And I think he had that title match with Gunther at one time or something like that, or a contendership. I do recall one of you guys mentioning that with Elimination Chamber coming up, he could get another title shot because that's part of his country as well, too, along with Rhea and Grayson. And Grayson been spending a lot of time over there, too. But back to Bronson, I can't remember which one of you guys said it, but it's just ironic now that we have the Rumble coming up. Elimination Chambers next month, and then he cuts this promo. So to that point, this could be coming true that he got to be talking about Gunther, and this could probably take place at Perth.
Yeah, yep. I hope so.
It definitely makes sense for that to happen, and for him to get a little bit of push before. So yeah, definitely makes sense. All right, man. My title one has always been the person that I thought should definitely be the women's champion, especially because I think she has the heel work. And what I want them to do is put Paul Heyman behind her. And I know Paul is occupied with the bloodline situation, but I want Paul Heyman to go behind her. Shayna Baszler is my title one. And
interesting.
I think if you put her in the right story, man, she can be just as dominant as Rhea or just as dominant as Nia in a sense.
She's doing fine with her. She's doing fine with a replacement for Ronda.
That makes it like we just slid her right back in. It was like, what are we doing here? No, like go for the title. What are you doing? I don't. But that's to Griff's point that they're grouping everybody together. That's to Griff's point.
I mean, look at the last 5 years. It was Shayna and Nia, and then Shayna and Natalya. Then it was Shayna and Ronda. Now it's Shayna and Zoe Starks. And it's almost like every time Shayna go on a singles push, she's always getting pushed into a tag team with a different partner. You know what I'm saying? Until she gets that consistent single push. We did see that in that Fatal 5-Way, I think. Crown Jewel, I think it was, when it was her, Zoe, Nia, Rhea, and I forgot Raquel last year. But it's only like when she do have the singles, it comes, then she's off TV, then another single she off, now she in a tag team partner again, man. But no, I'm with you, Jackie, because I've been waiting for that NXT dominant Shayna, who was like running roughshod on everybody, breaking bones and taking names, man, to come out on this main roster. And we just unfortunately haven't seen that yet.
For how long that's gone, I'm going to ask y'all both this question just about real quick. Do y'all think that's a lack of trust because of her style, the MMA style? They just don't trust her anymore to really carry something on a single. As a single competitor. Because that's what I see. That's what I think. But I'm just saying what y'all think. I think there's a lack of trust there.
So my thing with Shayna, to answer your question, Coach, I think it's both. I did listen to Eric Bischoff podcast one point, and I think Jim Cornette, and they were talking about with Shayna is Kevin Nash. I'm sorry, get out of the MMA type thing, I guess. But once she gets out of that, but I think a lot of times too, and I always say this, when you get to that main roster, you can dominate NXT, but it's kind of like, what kind of market and how can we marquee you to be at that same top level that you were in NXT? You know what I'm saying? I mean, look how Bianca had to work up to that stature. Look how Becky Lynch had to work to that stature. I think Shayna could have worked to that stature as well, especially having ties with Ronda. But I think it's just me. I think two things. One, because of how Ronda's discipline and her love for WWE, how that kind of deflated everything. I think because it's like one of them guilty with affiliation type things. And number two, I think before Triple H took over, I think Vince kind of like almost buried her to the point, so it kind of like pushed her way down the back of the totem pole, and now she's like slowly creeping back up, slowly with Triple H in charge right now. But because you have so many hot talent, like the EOs, Bailey's, Becky, Charlotte's out, but also Rhea and all these up and new coming ones that he's like throwing out there, I think it's keeping Shayna like here until like either we get more people getting injured, but now it's going to be more tougher for her because now Liv is coming back and Charlotte's going to return. And I'm going to tell you one who I love to have the belt on too. And the only reason I didn't pick her because she hurt is Sonya Deville. That's another one. So look out for her coming back. And then Jade returns. So with all those key names, once they return, and we even talk about Bliss and Carmella, once they get out their maternity stuff, that's going to push Shayna even more down on the list. So I mean, I hope I
Oh,
answered your question, but to make
yeah,
the answer, I just think it's kind of both. Just her
yeah.
MMA style, because nobody doesn't really see that, or you don't have any wrestlers that can click with that. That's why her and Ronda had that match at SummerSlam, but you see how that went. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's hurting her is you don't have enough women that's trained like MMA. Now put her and Lola Vice together, maybe. I'm just throwing that wild call out there. I mean, I don't think that's like going to happen, but I'm just throwing it out there. She's like the next thing MMA training wise that can like counter and deal with that with Shayna. But
No, I don't. I think it's a push thing. I think for her to be as hot as she was in NXT, and for her to show that she can put on good matches, and then to get up to WWE and get vinced, basically, like to get pushed for a couple minutes and then be thrown to the back until the next one comes up. But I just think like you can book her the right way and she can come out on top, especially with the way strong style wrestlers get pushed, right? Like that's kind of like an MMA type style to it, right? Where everything's like hard hitting and things like that. And so there are ways to push it and ways to market it so that like there are ways to say this is our top girl. And I just don't think that they'll do that. And I don't know why, but like she's shown that she can go on a run and be dominant. She's shown that she can go with the best of the best. And so it's like might as well put a title on her and like let her go for a run. Why not? Like I think she's just as good at I think she's as good as like that Bianca group, right? Like Bianca, Bailey and them. I think she's good. I think she's put in the time. So why not give her a chance at it?
Gotcha.
Well, that's just my thoughts.
Yep, makes sense. Thank y'all for that input.
I got a question for you guys and also for our wise man. WrestleMania Philadelphia. Yeah, we talking Hall of Fame. And I just want to hear y'all what y'all thoughts are, because I've been really thinking like this is the time to do it, especially in Philadelphia. Should Paul Heyman go into the Hall of Fame this year?
Interesting. Good question. Good question. It's time. I don't. So what's his connections to Philly? What's his? Does he have? Is he from Philly? Oh, ECW. Oh,
it's
yeah.
The backyard. Yeah.
If that's the case, then why not? If you want to do that, if you want to make a memorable weekend or a moment, attach him in there because last year's hey Griff, you know this. We were there. I was in I still call it Staples Center. I was in there falling asleep on this last one. I mean, yeah, we got to get some. We got to get some better quality wrestlers in there. I mean, I get it. Like I said, I'm not knocking anybody. They made it, but yeah, it felt different from Hall of Fames in past. But yeah, let's make it important again. I don't know if he will be the headliner, but yeah, damn sure be entertaining. A lot more people will watch the Hall of Fame if that's the case. But yeah, the work he's done.
I'm not watching that shit.
The work he's done, who he is, what he's meant to the business, the knowledge, the true wise man. Hey, I love you, Brian, but it is but
are we asking if he's going in, or are we asking if he's going in Philadelphia?
Yeah. If he's
like should he at all?
No, not should he all. Like we know he should go in. Period.
Yeah, he's going in.
I'm saying like should this, because it's in Philadelphia and this is where he created ECW at. Should this be the time that they induct him while it's in Philadelphia?
Yeah, they want to make a moment, but he's going. But if they want to do that, then why not? I'm here for it.
I don't know. I think he's too hot to do it. Like I don't think you have to do it right now. It's
right.
I get the thought around doing it because it's in Philadelphia, but I think he's too hot of a character right now to kind of like squash that with the pomp and circumstance of that. You know what I mean? Like, because then he kind of has to come out of character to kind of talk about
to push a Roman Reigns
to talk about him, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to talk about himself in that moment, and it's like that's not who his character is right now. But should he go in? Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. Like,
no doubt,
there's no question. But I just think, yeah, like B, you're saying it right. It's a cool gesture, but I don't think it has to happen right now. Yeah,
closer to when,
closer to the retirement.
Give it to him when he wants to hang it up. Yep, agreed.
For sure.
Yeah,
good stuff, y'all.
That's hard. Like even like Taker, for example. Taker went in when it was done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you get to see his true Mark Calloway, and that just, and I always had a thing with Hall of Fames where when people got inducted too early, but then they had a match or storyline, it's now they had to flip out of reality to their character, and it's like, only reason I put that out there because with it being in Philadelphia, do they have to rush him and say, hey, because we in Philadelphia and ECW was here, we're going to put you in just as a cool gesture, you know what I'm saying? But I think you can skip out with that. I mean, it's almost like The Rock. Like, we was in Hollywood last year, but y'all put Rey Mysterio as a headliner, not The Rock. You know what I'm saying? I think it just should be in timing. Do it the right time.
Is The Rock in, or am I tripping? The Rock's not in yet, right?
He's not in there yet.
He's not in.
Okay.
They waiting on the right time for him too. So
yeah.
All right, boys. Well, let's get on out of here, and we'll close this one out. And hopefully, we got across our message tonight and said what we needed to say. But Griff, go ahead and let the people know where they can find you, brother.
Yeah, find me on IG at GriffNation84. And also on X, formerly known as Twitter, CGriff84. And also one big shout out to Chalkline for the gear and also the jackets in the back.
Nice.
Good deal. Coach, let the people know where they can find you.
All right. Yep. It's your boy, the Coach Montay 24 at IG. As what I just said, Coach Montay 24. Episode 20. We trying to grind and get better and better each episode to bring y'all the quality content. You know, just three brothers here. Like I said, I love WWE, and we love what we're doing. So we appreciate the support. Continue to hit that like, subscribe button, and we'll continue to do what we do. Thank you for your support.
Find B-Dix on Cash App at BDix989. I'm pretty sure he's somewhere on Instagram as well. Probably under the same name or something similar to it. The world may never know. You can find me, Jackie Miles, on Instagram and Twitter or X, whatever you may call it, at Jackie Miles 42. You can also find us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling and on X at Ebony Champ Rest. We just couldn't afford the link. It was really, really expensive, guys. Really expensive. And so we hope that you like, share, and subscribe all the content that you see here on this show. And we will continue to bring you all this great content as the weeks go along. We love wrestling, and we hope you do as well. And this is Ebony Championship Wrestling signing off. But, Coach, let them know.
We never tapping out, damn it.
And we'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good night.